The 2K Sports pregame show.
Ernie Johnson joined by Shaquille O'Neal. Kenny the Jet Smith, thanks for tuning in. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. For tonight's game, we'll be watching the Boston Celtics as they go up against the Pelicans out in New Orleans. And for New Orleans, they're looking to come out strong and make their mark early. They have to look at this game as a great opportunity to do just that. Well, let's talk about Anthony Davis. Boy, this guy just on a nightly basis, really something to see. Shaq, where do you rank him in terms of the bigs in the game?
Well, I need a drum roll for this one, Kenny. Drum roll, please. Anthony Davis, he's the best defensive big with his ability to change shots. Not only that, extremely efficient offensively. He has a PER. That stands for Player Efficiency Rating for all you dummies.
Thank you,
Dr. 31 last season.
Ooh, 31.
31.
Wow, I don't know who had a 32 or 30, but whatever that is, PER, that was pretty doggone good.
Yeah, well, that's good. 31, 31 flavors. That's good. Doesn't get any better than that.
31 flavors, and he has the ability to change his game. Good job, a good transition for segue for me, because his back to the basket, his face up, everything. This guy has it all. 31 flavors.
I need a drum roll for this. We'll see you again later.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of proud
You can hear the roar here in New Orleans. We've got the Boston Celtics facing the New Orleans Pelicans. Thanks for joining us, everyone. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. And so off the tip, it's Boston. All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. On the floor for Boston, Bradley and Turner filling out the perimeter. Zeller is out there with David Lee, and it's Smart in at the point. And he gets it to go.
You know, one of the things, guys, that impressed me about the Celtics was the number of assists they had. I mean, they really focused on moving the ball. And when you do that and you have shot makers, the assists pile up.
Now here's Evans. Zeller grabs the board. Gordon against Turner. Feeds it to Bradley. Lee outside. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Lee's got his first 2 points.
Showing the quickness right there. Just tough to keep up with it.
Gordon kicks to Davis. Passes it to Evans. Davis sets a screen. Evans goes in. Pass to Pondexter. Ashik dishes to Pondexter. 6 on the shot clock. Bradley against Gordon. And a miss there on the triple. Smart kicks to Lee. Nice ball movement by Boston. Lee, a screen on Evans. Here's the floater. And a wide open look for Lee. Good, and Smart gets the assist. Lee's got his second bucket of the game to go.
He could have forced a tough inside shot, but made a terrific kick out to find the open jumper instead.
Now here's Evans. He's covered closely. And there's the feed to Ashik. Gordon against Bradley. And the basket by Gordon.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen. Really unfortunate for Eric Gordon that an assortment of injuries have really derailed his career. A few years back, he looked like he'd be an absolute star. Once a 22 points a game score, was down to 13 a game last season.
Now here's Turner. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Evans kicks to Davis. Here's Pondexter. Turner covering. On the wing, Eric Gordon. Gordon with another miss. Yeah, on the topic of Eric Gordon, one would think he's still young and talented enough to be a difference maker with any team. He just has to stay healthy. That really is the bottom line. He's got to keep his health.
Kevin, the truth is, though he's had a number of injuries, they've all been different. It isn't one chronic thing. So with a little good luck, we could see him shine once more. And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. I mean, much better off making him go to the line. And you know, guys, Eric Gordon was an unbelievable three-point shooter last season. 45% from behind the arc. The first time he's been over 40% in his career.
You know, we were talking about Eric Gordon. He's always had great range, but not always the great shot selection.
You know, and that's a great point because, you know, we see now that he's starting to mature, starting to value every possession, and that's good news for the rest of that team.
And so he makes both from the line. 1:51 left in the first quarter. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. Cole, the pass to Anderson. He nails it, and we're tied up.
You know what? That's what you like to see. A perfect pass leading him right into the shot. Didn't even have to break stride.
For Boston, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Hi, guys. I caught up with Coach Alvin Gentry. He told me that to him, what he is most proud of is how smart the team is playing. He said, I can forgive physical mistakes. Everyone will miss a shot. What bothers me are when there are mental mistakes, and I just haven't had to get in anyone's ear about that with this team. We'll see if he can avoid that again here.
And thanks as always, Doris. And guys, the emphasis on quality shooting, getting those chances identified by their coach is a key for them.
I think that means they must work as a complete unit out there, cooperate, sharing the ball, and try to limit the one-on-one play.
And if they can do that, they will have success shooting the basketball. I think it's guaranteed.
Drew Holiday, he's checked in for the Pelicans.
The defense just gets caught standing around that time and giving up the second chance opportunity.
You know, that just can't happen. They need much more effort than that on the glass.
Now here's Thomas. 55 seconds left in the first. Can't convert after the good screen.
And no excuse there for missing that one after being freed up by a great pick.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, they came away empty, but they got the look they wanted, and really, I like the movement and communication there.
And they take the lead. Ajinsa's got his first bucket of the night.
And a sharp pass to set up that high percentage shot in close.
Inside, it's stolen by Ajinsa. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Here's Cole. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Pass to Holiday. 5 on the clock. Plays it up and banks it in.
Took advantage of some shoddy defense there. They've got to at least get a finger on it.
Outside Thomas. And no good trying to get that one. And that does it for the first quarter. Pelicans lead by 4. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere. And Celtics head coach Brad Stevens lured away from a very successful tenure with the Butler Bulldogs. He talked about the challenge of making that decision.
The only hard part of that decision is leaving a place that you really loved for 13 years. I couldn't have left without knowing that it was a place that we were going to stay together and really commit to a process together. And I was sold on that, and I continue to be sold on it.
I wonder if Coach Brad Stevens feels like he's recruiting another college class with all those draft picks locked in his stockpile.
Well, I don't know how he would address that question, but I do know he's feeling real good about his decision. I mean, taking the Celtics to the playoffs in just his second season, I mean, I think he's one of the bright coaching stars in the NBA today. It was the NBA's game and college basketball's loss when he moved on to the Celtics.
Well said. Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Pelicans?
Guys, right from the start, it's been apparent they're determined to establish a presence in the paint.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnovers.
On the court for the Celtics, second quarter underway. Thomas is the point with Bradley into his side. Amir Johnson is out there with Evan Turner. And it's Lee in at the 5 down low. Now here's Lee. The Celtics need to get a shot off. Shoots it. It's hauled in by Gordon. Pelicans last season a very solid team rebounding too. Top to bottom, the team they would rebound as a team.
And one of the metrics that I do like, that they led the league in contested rebounds. I mean, that speaks to the effort that this team competed with. And winning those 50-50 rebounds means more than just collecting any old miss.
Now here's Bradley following the shot by Evans. Johnson kicks to Turner. They set the screen. Here's Bradley. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans.
You know, you look at the Pelicans, and it's not surprising, guys, to hear that they led the way or league in contested rebounds. I mean, they fight for every inch of space on the floor, and rebounding is just part of that mentality they have.
Gordon with no one around. Again, the miss by Gordon.
Well, that defense went from poor to no defense at all.
And when he's open like that, you don't see him miss those looks very often.
Now here's Bradley. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. 13 feet away. Boston, no good that time either.
And guys, going forward, the Pelicans will need to continue that mentality to grow into a playoff team. They'll have to have a blue-collar work ethic. That means continuing to fight for all those 50-50 rebounds.
Now here is Holiday, following the miss by Avery Bradley. Here's Gordon. And again, New Orleans has no luck.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Johnson the screen. Johnson sets the screen for Bradley. Boston, no good that time either. Pelicans leading by 6. Near the three-point line, it's Gordon. Again, the miss by Gordon.
Well, there was no hand in his face right there. I thought for sure he was going to knock that down.
Thomas goes in, misses, and the dry spell continues.
Hey, I like creativity and a circus finish as much as anybody, but you better be sure you got a chance to make it.
Evans against Turner. Here's Davis. Great D that time from Thomas.
And David Lee missing time early last season with that hamstring injury also opened the door up for Draymond Green to kind of take that starting power forward role. And give Lee credit, though. Didn't sulk, just threw himself into his new role as a super sub.
And now here comes Gordon leading the break. Davis dishes to Evans. For 3, Gordon. The basket good off the assist from Evans. 9 points for Eric Gordon.
A little bit of a defensive breakdown there. He's not the guy you want to leave open on the perimeter. You've got to stay attached to him.
Greg, you're talking about David Lee, the two-time All-Star. Pretty much a starter most of his career, though. A big change, Clark, as he came off the bench this past season after he was injured in the preseason.
Yeah, you know, you think about his game, though, Kevin. Highly skilled, mobile, smart, gives you energy in scoring. I think he's ideal coming off the bench.
Yeah, it's got to be concerned with all the missed shots here, and every team goes through cold streaks. You just got to figure out a way to stay productive.
And the best way to do that when you're missing shots is to get to the foul line. Be aggressive, get to the foul line, and knock down some of those freebies, and the tide can turn for you.
A platoon swap here for New Orleans. Smart kicks to Jerebko. He feeds it to Sullinger. To the right side. Smart wide open. He fires. Boston again missing. Anderson outside. And the refs are going to rule that unnecessary contact. It's a flagrant one foul.
Boy, a very hard foul that time, and the officials had to slap him with the flagrant. I mean, you can't let him get away with that kind of contact.
Yeah, gee, that's an easy call for the officials to make when there's that much contact. The league is really cracking down on those sort of plays. The first free throw is good.
Before getting dinged up, Ryan Anderson was rolling. I mean, over the first few seasons of his career, improved in efficiency in all areas. Then he had the back injury, and last season his shooting percentages really went south.
He hits both from the stripe. .44 seconds left in the first half. Cole, the pass to Pondexter. New Orleans moving the ball around. And Cole kicks to Ajinça. A second chance effort. And he lays it up and in. Ajinça's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And the rebound and the follow show you what he is all about. Gritty and determined with a soft touch to match.
Now here's Crowder. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Here's Cole. Up in time. He hits the shot at the very last second.
Goodness.
Woo!
The pressure on him in those circumstances was massive.
Oh, man. What pressure? You guys are over-exaggerating here. I mean, you can't rattle this guy no matter what the situation is.
And the first half is now in the books. Pelicans ahead. They score 11 straight to finish off the period. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. We welcome you to the halftime show on 2K Sports. A competitive matchup for New Orleans in the first quarter. The largest lead for them during the period was 4. They just exploded in the second quarter, grabbing the momentum and running with it. Basket after basket, and they played stingy defense. Now they've got a halftime lead that's going to be very difficult to erase. Kenny, your thoughts, how the Pelicans are playing?
They've done a lot of things well, but the way they've taken care of the basketball, valuing each possession so critical to the tempo, so crucial to the offensive flow. They've got a great rhythm, as smart and as safe as they're playing. They made it clear they're not going to beat themselves today.
And Shaq, your thoughts on the Celtics?
They were not running an efficient offense. The shot selection has to improve. It's as simple as that. Too many guys are working as individuals, not as a team. They need to work as a unit, Ernie. Move the ball.
And that'll do it for now as the second half of our game is about to get underway. Kevin Harlan has the call.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Pelicans dance team.
And and we welcome you back. Glad to have you with us as more basketball is on the way. During the break, the players getting refueled with Gatorade. They're looking amped up and ready to get going once again. We've seen Eric Gordon really having a great game.
I know we've said this many times before, but what a great first half. Just an offensive juggernaut.
And, you know, in the end, I wouldn't be surprised if we're talking about what a great second half he had, guys. I mean, he can usually keep it going for all 4 quarters.
Pelicans leading by 15. The Boston Celtics figured to be near the bottom of the league last year. In many ways, they outperformed a lot of people's expectations.
And by no means were they a contender at any point, but they very well could be ahead of themselves in terms of the rebuilding process.
Pondexter and Davis fill up the forward slots. Evans and Gordon are the guard set, and it's Asik in at the 5 spot. That's Alvin Gentry's 5 as we get into the second half. So it's Boston now, following the score by New Orleans. Lee dishes to Smart. Cannot hit, and New Orleans will come the other way.
And with the Celtics being a surprise threat near the end of last season, even their losses were close games.
Celtics trail by 17. Zeller passes to Turner. Back to Zeller. To the wing right side. 6 to shoot. Screen by Lee. The 15-footer. And too long on the shot.
To back up your point about the Celtics being in close games, I mean, their point differential on the year was less than where you would expect it to be for a team that made the playoffs. I mean, it really gives you an idea of how many close games they played.
Pondexter kicks to Asik. Evans attacking. And it's good. And the Pelicans lead by 19.
Another gap in the defense found there, and they've really had their number today.
Lee outside. Pelicans pull it in.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Gordon, yes, and a nice assist from Evans. And 11 points for Eric Gordon.
3 consecutive baskets have come right at the rim. The defense had better start buckling down and tightening up.
Guys, they are getting exposed in terms of their low post defense.
And guys, Tyreke Evans is so versatile. Great instincts, well-developed skill set. He can beat you every way you turn.
Bennett, he's checked in for Quincy Pondexter. The Celtics also changing it up. Olenek, he's checked in for Tyler Zeller. Johnson comes in for Lee. And it's Isaiah Thomas in for Marcus Smart. Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. And back to Tyreke Evans. He's a big, muscular guy for a wing. That 7-foot wingspan, that arm span we've all admired and read so much about. Too strong for off guards, too quick for small forwards. He's kind of got a ubiquitous position.
He does. And, Kevin, you know, it's funny. A lot of people have tried to place him in a box in terms of position. Instead of just saying he's a basketball player, the guy's strong. He's got tremendous physical attributes. Combine that with the ball handling and his confidence, and it gives you an interesting mix. I mean, he's one of the more unique, multifaceted guys we have in our league.
Thomas dishes to Bradley. The pass to Johnson, kicks to Turner. Here's the screen outside Thomas. Clock at 6. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Thomas got his second bucket of the game to go. Pelicans leading by 18.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Pelicans dance team.
Cole's checked in for New Orleans. And then for Boston, Jared Sullinger's checked in for Johnson. Jerebko comes in for Turner. And it's Crowder in for Avery Bradley. And the Pelicans with possession here. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. Evans left side. A floater, and he sinks the layup. And the Pelicans lead by 20.
How about that cloth soft touch? I mean, just a gentle little teardrop, almost like a falling leaf. A leaf falling down slowly to the ground. Very sweet and colorful, too.
Here's Jerebko. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Thomas, no good.
You've got to give them a lot of credit for the job they've done on the backboard.
They've done a lot of things well today, but really it's about what they've done on the backboard that's at the top of that list.
Ryan Anderson, he's checked in for the Pelicans. Holiday comes in for Eric Gordon. Here's Cole. Davis sets a screen. Holiday, the pass to Anderson. Back to Holiday, and he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And we all know Drew Holiday is a tremendous talent. That's why he was traded for the draft picks that became Nerlens Noel 2 years ago and Elfrid Payton last season. Such impressive company that Holiday may be feeling the pressure
now,
to live up to.
Two shots. Two shots.
That's good from Holiday. Getting back to Holiday, we've seen the size, the court awareness, the change of pace moves he brings. Clark with a little more assertiveness and continued improvement on his jump shot. He'd be hard for anyone to keep up with.
Well, I really like this young man's game. He's got tremendous natural ability and a great work ethic. I think he'd very well be one of the best guards in the league. Only 25 years old right now. Plenty of time to reach that potential.
Both free throws good from Holiday. Last year, the Pelicans, Greg, pushed their way into the postseason. It was a neck-and-neck battle for that number 8 spot, as you recall, with the Oklahoma City Thunder.
And how about the excitement down the stretch? They were able to edge out the Thunder and Russell Westbrook on that just point binge down the stretch there. And what a final day that was. A big, huge win over the Spurs let them get into the postseason for the first time under the Pelican moniker.
Here is Anderson after the basket by Boston. Good. Anderson's got 8 points.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Now, here's Thomas. Olynyk in the corner. All alone. Good, and the assist goes to Thomas. 20 seconds left to play in the third. Now Holiday. It's Davis on the wing. 1 second left. And no good trying to get that one. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. New Orleans on top, running away with this one. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports. And we're getting underway here in the fourth quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here. Celtics trail by 20, and a look at the 5 for the Celtics to start the fourth quarter. Smart and Bradley the guards. Jay Crowder out there with David Lee, and it's Zeller in at the center, filling out the middle. Now here's Bradley. The 3. Offensive rebound. Here's Smart. Kicks it out to Bradley. Nice ball movement by Boston. Crowder with it. Picked by Lee. Crowder kicks to Zeller. And that one's good. Zeller's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for Boston.
Good possession there, resulting in the easy one down low.
Inside, Ashik with the bucket. And the Pelicans lead by 20.
And I love the fact that he didn't have to slow down or adjust there. The pass was just timed perfectly.
Zeller, a screen on Evans. Gordon against Bradley. Shot clock at 5. Puts up a 3. It's hauled in by Gordon.
With the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in control of this game.
And no doubt about it, rebounding is an effort stat, folks. They've been more determined than their opponent thus far.
Now Gordon, following the three-point attempt by Avery Bradley, and Davis can't get it to go.
Well, it's no wonder he's a bit cold. He's used to getting a lot more shots than he has today.
Bradley drives in, softly drops in the floater.
You know, obviously, he knows how to finish with some flair.
New Orleans leading by 18.
The Pelicans call timeout. Ladies and gentlemen, your Pelicans dance team.
Evan Turner He's checked in for Jay Crowder. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. Gordon goes in. The Celtics really seemed to get better as last season wore on, too. GA finished the year looking very dangerous.
Kevin, with the Celtics, they were dynamite after the All-Star break. Had the second best record in the Eastern Conference post-All-Star.
And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Pelicans.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. They've been in attack mode on the defensive end.
Something that's also benefited them tonight are the turnovers they forced and the points that have come along with those forced turnovers.
No good at the stripe this time. Second misses also.
Gordon playing very well. He's got 13 points, and he's put one three-pointer on the board.
You know what, though, Clark? It wouldn't be a bad idea going forward to try to let him do a little more damage from beyond the arc.
That is good.
You know, one of the big things for the Celtics after the All-Star break was they played smarter. I mean, they went from the middle of the pack in terms of turnovers to a team that rarely made mistakes.
Here's Pondexter. On the wing, Gordon. Shot clock at 6. Baseline J on the way. Zeller grabs the board.
Yeah, that's a good point about the Celtics and their turnovers. Last year, after the All-Star break, they were 4th in the league in limiting their mistakes. They played well beyond their years down the stretch.
Now here's Gordon. David Lee missing his last shot. Gordon dishes to Pondexter. We've got 1:55 left to play here in the fourth. Back to Evans. There's the triple. The shot is off. Turner passes to Smart. And Davis sends it back. And here's Gordon. Evans outside. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Here's Gordon. That doesn't go either for Gordon. Celtics trail by 16.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for New Orleans.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, you know, Clark, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Well, it's more than luck, Kevin. I think the shot selection was good, too.
And beyond the actual result of this game, fans are going to look back and see this was just a monstrous performance for Gordon. He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
And that one falls for Turner. And how thrilled must have Evan Turner been last season to get a second chance. Clark, with the boost in minutes, confidence of the coaching staff, his game almost just changed overnight.
Yeah, he's a guy who needs the basketball. He's such a good, solid playmaker and has excellent size. Never had a chance in Indiana to really handle the ball and play to his strengths because of Paul George and Lance Stevenson, but he found a nice niche in Boston.
Well, you know what he can do after watching him for so many years with the Buckeyes.
Yeah, he's terrific.
And Holiday, here we go. That is good. The Pelicans lead by 16.
That's just a little more for the fans to cheer about as they get ready to celebrate a W.
Let the party start. The celebration begins, and they're going to let their guys hear it.
And for Norris Cole, such an important role player, Greg, for Miami for a number of seasons. Last year, shooting percentages dipped, and that is one of the reasons why he was probably traded to New Orleans.
Yeah, and a lot of that, I think, had to do with somebody dipping out of town.
Yeah,
LeBron James, that would probably change the quality of your shots. But both figures did go up dramatically once he got to New Orleans. And remember, now he's playing with another great player in Anthony Davis.
group substitution here for New Orleans. Omer Asher, he's checked in for Alexis Ajinça. Anthony Davis comes in for Anderson. Quincy Pondexter, he's checked in for Luke Babbitt. And Gordon subbed in for Drew Holiday. The Celtics also with a sub. Smart's checked in. 56 seconds left in the game. Johnson the screen. Smart kicks to Crowder. Lets the three fly, and Olynyk gets it to go on the assist from Crowder.
You know, going back to Norris Cole last year, after the trade to the Pelicans, he shot better than he had in his entire career. That and the 2 championship rings he brought with him really helped the Pelicans take the next step in the team's development.
There's the dish to Davis. Here's Pondexter, just 5 on the clock. Here's Cole. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. To the middle. Ball stolen. Now here's Gordon. So we see the Pelicans taking the W here. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
Well, you know, it makes a big difference. I mean, you never felt like they had any doubts that they'd come out on top.
And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Tyreek, what was the focus on strategy for this team coming into tonight's game?
Just playing hard. We had a meeting today as a team, and we just wanted to come in here and play hard with energy. That's where it starts from. And we did a great job that tonight.
Tyreek, thank you. Kevin, amazing what can happen when you play hard.
Doris, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan along with our entire 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you later.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Many thanks, Kevin. So now we move on to our Jordan player of the game, Eric Gordon.
He went about his business tonight so efficiently on the offensive end. It was very savvy. It was a heads-up performance. It seemed like he had his hand on about every single basket, from scoring to assist.
Well, certainly a solid night for him offensively. Excellent production pretty much everywhere. He was what I call NSV, Ernie, a nice safety valve. When they need to open up the valve, he came through with that offense.
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight. But we're just getting started on a new season in the NBA. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again soon.